Have you ever felt like you are working non-stop but the results don't match the effort? Imagine if 20% of your actions could drive 80% of your productivity. That sounds like a magic, right? Well, it's actually called the Pareto Principle or the 80-20 rule, and it could be the key to transforming your productivity in unexpected ways. So today I'm breaking down the 80-20 rule and showing you how this started and how you can apply it to boost your productivity, reduce stress, and also focus on what matters. If you have already heard of the 80-20 rule, let us know in the comments if you've tried it before or if this concept is new. So what exactly is the 80-20 rule? This principle, also known as the Pareto Principle, was named after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto. In the late 19th century, Pareto noticed something curious. About 80% of Italy's land was owned by just 20% of the population. When he looked closer, he found this imbalance applied to other areas too. Today, the 80-20 rule is used in various fields, from business to sports and even in personal productivity. The 80-20 rule suggests that roughly 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. For example, 80% of business sales often comes from 20% of clients. Regarding productivity, 80% of the value in your workday might come from just 20% of your tasks you complete. So now you might think, that sounds nice, but how does it work? The answer lies in focusing on high impact activities. Research suggests that human tends to be most effective when focusing on a few tasks that create the most significant results. Psychologists call this as the principle of least effort, which states that we naturally gravitate towards paths that give us the most value for the least work. When we consciously choose our most impactful tasks, we avoid spreading ourselves too thin and can make real progress towards our goals. How can you apply the 80-20 rule to maximize your productivity? Let's break it down step by step. Look at your to-do list and ask yourself, which tasks contribute the most to my goals? Think of activities that move you forward in big ways, like preparing for a critical presentation or even strategizing for a product. Once you've identified your top 20% of tasks, tackle these first. Research from the Journal of Applied Psychology has shown that people are most focused in the morning. That's the perfect time to dive into your most important work. Now that you are focusing on your high impact 20%, what about the other 80%? Some of these tasks can be delegated or minimized. For example, instead of spending an hour daily on emails, consider scheduling a set of 20 minutes and sticking to it. Alright, let's look at some real-world examples. Think about a successful writer. For many, about 80% of their book sales come from just 20% of their books. By focusing on creating a few impactful, well-written works, they've mastered the 80-20 rule. Or consider a small business owner. Maybe only 20% of their clients bring in most of their revenue. By identifying these key clients, they can focus more time on delivering value to them and potentially increase sales and satisfaction. But believe me, the 80-20 rule isn't about doing less, but about doing less of what doesn't matter and more of what does. It's about working smarter and not harder. Of course, like any productivity strategy, the 80-20 rule has some pitfalls. One common mistake is trying to reduce everything to the 80-20 rule without recognizing that some tasks genuinely require time and effort. Not everything can fit into the rule. Don't fall into the trap and thinking it's a magic bullet. Another pitfall is misidentifying the critical 20%. Be careful not to choose tasks just because they are easy or you enjoy them. They should be genuinely impactful. Revisit and reassess your critical tasks periodically to ensure they align with your evolving goals. So finally, by applying the 80-20 rule, you can direct your time and energy to the tasks that drive results. Remember, focus on the few things that matter and you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. If you have tried using the 80-20 rule before, let us know in the comments and we'd love to hear how it's worked for you. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on our productivity tips. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.